Right, hello again. As I was saying in the last video that covered the Rat Think video, I'm building a tribute figure to my mate here. I hope you can see this image without too much glare. Of my lost buddy, Big Mark. I don't think that the photo on my camera is getting through to this. This is Big Mark on his Kawasaki VN 1500 trike, which he built a few years ago. It's covered in gold leaf rococo patterning. I haven't got a photograph of the petrol tank, but there was a lion mural in gold leaf and stuff on the tank top as well. And it was built down at a shop called Solo Choppers. And after these photographs, actually, he changed the front end and had about another 4 inches added onto the forks. 4 inch more than those ones, so it's quite sat up a little bit more. At the time of his death, he was building another trike, which was a Harley based trike, but he never got round to finishing that before he did die. Although it has been finished for him in memorial sort of thing. And I'd like to just say I miss him terribly. He was a hell of a laugh. A big old bloke. I mean, he really was a solid mass of bone and muscle and stuff. But with a great artist and an incredible sense of humour. There's not a day would go past where he wouldn't have you just rolling round the floor in laughter. He was an absolutely brilliant bloke. And like I was saying, I was doing this as a continuation of the Support Ukraine build, and as you can see by that monstrous figure in the middle, there's quite a similarity between him and Mark. And I know Mark would appreciate it. I have had to do some changes to the figure to make him more Mark and more of a biker, well, triker, than an ogre. Mark certainly weren't an ogre. Like I said, he just was a diamond geezer, he really was. So I'll just move these out of the way. I'll show you the back of the box, because these are quite complex, and the bottom sprue covers the ogre figure. I've done a few changes to it to make it, like I say, Mark, which was a whole mixture of different figure making techniques and heat and different tools and stuff. And I'll move on to that now. It's not painted yet. I'll have to move you, Mark. Oh, mate. But I've got it hopefully standing there. Like I say, I've made a few changes to it. Notably this. Is that in focus? I've just zoomed in a bit, and I'm not sure that wasn't the wrong thing to do. As you can see from the original image that was more or less hairless, certainly a bit lacking on top, so I've redone the hair and that. I don't know what to do with that. Hang on, let's just do that again. Made a completely new waistcoat and several bits of clothing round there. I really do hope this is showing up. I'll take it off the stand and bring it up a bit. I don't know whether that's better. Take that exhaust off. So I've not is it? I'm going to wobble around like crazy and you won't see Jack. Put him back down there. So I've made the waistcoat out of sheet styrene, and various parts of it, like the tassels around there are all individually cut tassels. It's drilled and laced up through the front of the waistcoat there. I've added a belt round his waist, redone all the binding around the legs at the bottom. Please moan at me if this is out of focus. And on his back, I've added, get over, there you go, added all this lot onto the back of the figure. A head, which is a Games Workshop sort of head, skull onto the bag there, and retextured that. Like I said, round the legs I've redone all the binding and put in some veins and sinews into his leg. This apparently is a flag on the box art wrapped around this figure, and I think I might colour that in the colours of the Ukrainian flag of blue and yellow, work out some sort of pattern. As you can see, I've added a lot of hair, as although in those pictures he looked a lot less in hair, he actually had an immense amount of hair. Another friend of mine used to call him Hair Bear, because when he let it down it's just a mass of it, more than I've actually modelled. But this was a technique of using some of the original plastic and then using a heated soldering iron with a fine tip on it to detail all the hairlines. Is that going to focus better back there? I don't know what. To me it's bloody blurry, but nearly everything is nowadays. Added some badges onto his waistcoat, and up there a ribbon that I believe grey is the colour for brain cancer, like grey matter I suppose. And I'll be painting that up over the next few days. Or him up. To go in my workshop garage diorama. It's quite an interesting figure. It takes hours to do this detailing on the hair, retexturing it and that. And it took quite a while actually to make this. It's a multi-piece waistcoat thing. You know, I more or less tailored it around him in the sort of 4 parts that you'd actually make one out of. And like I say, you know, punched holes along there for the belt. Is that going to zoom into the belt buckle and stuff? And as you can see from my finger, he's about twice the size of your average 1/24 figure, which in reality is pretty much about the same size as he was to everybody else. So I'll, come on, clear up, that's it. I'll leave you with that for tonight. It's gone 1 o'clock in the morning over here, and I'm getting a bit knackered now. So that's it for the moment. I'll show him when he's painted. But best wishes from jolly old England. Bye.